Alright, chat, I'm officially live. I'm gonna show you're all able to hear me. You already know what day it officially is today. Well, obviously, because you already know when I was playing The Walking Dead Season 1. Hold up. Yo! Hold on, give me a minute. But anyway, chat. Yo, what's good, chat? How y'all feeling today? I'm feeling blessed. Back with more of me, doing the continuation of the Fortnite roleplay. I know we've constantly been doing the continuation, but it's like a non-stop roleplay, or possibly the very longest story. I know you all are never confused and just never confused over, letting us know. But yeah, I'm gonna be playing with AZ, and if his homie does play, just know he may jokingly be mentioning these things despite the roleplay being family friendly. So anyway, chat, without further ado, let's get straight to the shit once for letting us know. Anyway, when I'm actually the shit I typically chat about, possibly whenever, we'll see. And chat, actually give me a minute, I'm gonna mute myself for quite a bit, just yeah, give me a minute. Chat, I am back, letting us know anyway, but yeah, are you currently on Hydro?
I'm not, why?
Cause I'm currently on. Alright, chat, I'm actually gonna do the, I'm gonna consider playing solo for quite a bit, letting us know. Anyway, I remember doing the heist solo, but unfortunately that's not an option simply because I don't necessarily have PS Plus, but understandable because Sony have their rights. Not in a bad way, but because, like, money-wise, anyway. You can't expect things to be free. I feel like nothing should be free unless under certain circumstances. Like if you have a PS Plus membership, Sony will make an exception for that, Otherwise, you buy the game. But that's the whole point. I'm getting PS Plus so I don't have to buy all these games, And I would never ensure that it runs out. They should make a 10-year version of PS Plus, like where it lasts 10 years, It'd be cool, But yeah, anyway. But I'm gonna consider playing as Dr. Sloan while playing OG Fortnite. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you called me?
Yeah.
What's that? For who? He's joking, chat, cause what's it called? Because of his homie, the one who's gonna do the roleplay with us if he does manage to do it with us, which is not a school roleplay, trust me. If he wants to do that, then we'll possibly do that. But then the thing is, I want the roleplay to end at exactly 12:30 a.m. EST my time, so I can play The Walking Dead for quite a bit. So I would possibly say until 2 o'clock a.m. EST my time. But I would say just do this roleplay, not the school roleplay. Possibly the school roleplay could be another time. Yeah.
I just finished drawing.
Alright, man. Sometime, chat, when I do mention that I'm gonna do something, yeah, he something forgets, or who knows. But, no, I'm not saying like I'm gonna do something, I'm just saying overall, but he was just mentioning to me that he just got finished drawing. But anyway, let's do this. But yeah, chat, how y'all been? I'm not gonna shit I typically chat about, possibly after this match.
Why does Eric keep hurting me?
What's that?
Hello?
Chat about possibly after this match. What's that?
Mike.
Yeah, I just unmuted myself.
Why do you keep muting yourself?
Cause I'm streaming, so.
I'm gonna make dinner, okay?
Alright. Yeah, like it. Like I have my right to mute myself.
Why does my job have to be arrogant?
Right?
Yeah.
You mean your boss?
My manager. I don't call it boss because, you know, when it comes to Genshin, there's a lot of boss battles, so I don't call my boss boss.
I mean, that's what a manager is. They're your boss. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do research on what age I can give my kids like an iPhone, like when I can get my kids one. I'll do research after this match. I'm just gonna say kids because I'm gonna mention about the chat I typically chat about. Would I have to mention about the minor sickness? I mean, mine as well because you know you already know, bro. It's gotta be just a one-time thing, like that just occurred, you know, like 2 weeks ago up to like last week, you know, like you know. So like 2 weeks ago, which is my mom's week, then a week ago I was recovered from it, you know, like you know, because my therapist was mentioned to me, like, did I recover from it? Like, how am I feeling? And I don't need to take medicine for it, but apparently she got confused. But she didn't mention that she was confused, but I know she was confused because she didn't know what sickness I was referring to. I was mentioning that I have a nasal congestion. You don't take medicine for that. That's like for the common cold, which I don't necessarily like when they call it the common cold. Like, you don't actually get sick from the cold, but people refer to it as influenza, I meant, and a flu, meaning it's very severe. That's where you could take those type of dark medicine, if you know what I mean, those cough medicine, or you know what I'm referring to. But I gotta be honest, it has that disgusting taste, but hey, who knows if my taste buds has adapted to it. But I don't necessarily take that anymore because I don't necessarily get those type of sickness. I actually never have. Possibly because my sickness just variates, meaning it changes to it seeming like it's common when really it's very rare, you know. Like, no, so you know, anyway.
Are you still there?
Yeah. Are you referring to me or Eric?
You.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's that eating or dinner?
Whatever you prefer.
What?
Whatever you prefer.
I want food.
See, I'm breaking people rules. Really, it's not really breaking it. People are just so too teenager. I don't mean like two teenagers, like specifically like how many teenagers. I'm saying like they're too teenage. They're too like aggressive with their mood swings. Saying, "Ooh, put it at 50%." Preteens could be like that too. Not just teenagers, preteens. Watch my other gaming channels called Fortnite Brother LL. You remember? Well, you would know that this person named Kirby that AZ and I used to interact with when AZ was younger and I used to interact with him. Like, bro, like, Kirby was not the type of individual I would play with because he had mood swings back then. But because of the age he may possibly be currently at, because look at Cho Phoenix or Joker. His mood swings has fluctuate, meaning it's very mild. Well, actually, I witnessed a bit of it, but it's not too aggressive. So if it is actually still like that, hey, you know.
Mike.
Hold up.
Mike.
Yeah, it was good.
Give me a sec, okay?
Alright.
I'll call you back, because I gotta call my parents really quick.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, I'll see you. I gotta call my...
But yeah, I'm possibly gonna get my kids their iPhones when they're like 11 or 12. Who knows? What do y'all prefer? Because getting your kid a phone at a very young age, oh my gosh. I mean, if they're 8 or 9, I would say so. But 7, oh my gosh, that is too young. Too young. I did my research, and yes, it does mean immature. I mean, hey, I'm physically young, but like, when people say you're meant to be, because you know how I used to mention, but we're meant to be young. You remember how Navraj is like, oh no, that's too young to gamble at that age. He's referring to mentality. Youth could be referred to as mentality or physicality. My youth, I'm not too young to drive and all that, because I, mentally speaking, am mentally mature. I have full mental maturity, despite my brain physically haven't been fully developed until 25 years old. 4 more years, actually. I'm looking forward. But I am physically young, because I do look 16 or 17. Which people would say 6 or 7 in that term, because if you say 16 or 17 and you take the ones out, then you put 6 and 7 next to it, then yeah. But no, 16 or 17 is what I'm referring to. You know, like, you know, that's how old I look. Where the fuck is the chest? But yeah, I would possibly give my kids a phone at like before, like their late childhood. That's more reasonable than their early childhood. GD's brother. Wonder if people still rage, possibly little kids. Because I remember I used to play with a lot of little kids on Fortnite. Well, actually I still do, but they're all like preteens and shit. They're not like little kids. I mean, did I like interact with Caleb when he was a kid? Oh yeah, when he was 9, I remember. So that actually, you know, was a couple years ago. I gotta admit though, Caleb is my homie. I mean, he's been my sub for like, wow, like the early part of this decade. Man, I gotta say I love him as my homie. His sister only as a friend. If I were to clap her cheeks, I will wait until she's 18. Can't fuck with minors. Come on. Like, I mean, don't fuck a minor. Come on. Very disgusting too. I mean, yeah, Adam and Eve did it, but what I mean by disgusting, meaning just the way people do to little kids or preteens or teenagers. Because I wouldn't even have sex with a teenager despite Romeo and Juliet. I mean, I'm over that limit. I mean, if my kids want to have sex with someone close in age, I would advise that their man have to have a condom, or if they're doing friends with benefits with one of their guy friends. Yep, he has to have a condom. Otherwise, I actually could search for it. If he like comes to my house and he's like 11 years old or 12, I'm like, do you have a condom if you're gonna do anything with my daughter or daughters? If you feel you're too close to my daughters, not romantically but as a friend. And he's like, yeah sir, I do have a condom. And I'm like, can I see it? Because man to man talk. And he's like, yeah sir, I'll be sure to show you. And then he's like, there's a condom. I promise sir that I won't get your daughter pregnant because of how young she is. And I'm like, if I do catch her pregnant, I'll support her, but I'll say shame on you, son. Like, I'll say this is disgusting of what you're doing to my daughter, and she's still in middle school or elementary school. That's what I would mention. You know, like, don't get your kids. Well, excuse me, what am I saying? Don't allow your kids to get pregnant. But if they do happen to accidentally get pregnant and it's unwanted pregnancy, please support them. I don't want any parents to kick them out of the house. I feel like it should be illegal and the cops will get involved, saying, as according to the law, it is advisable that you support them through this tough time and moment and not kick them out of the house, especially that they're a minor and not fully an adult or legally an adult. See, it's very simple. I actually could be a cop. I actually could. People say that you shouldn't have plenty of jobs. Well, what if you could do anything's possible? You could be a cop, you could be a paramedic, you could be a fighter, you could do whatever. You could be Epic Games CEO or just a CEO itself. Just, you know. Yeah, once I'm president, chat. Trust me. I'll bet you about the shit I typically chat about whenever. There you go. That's how you do it, chat. Just make it smooth. But yeah, I would allow my kids at the age of 8 to play Fortnite just to see if they're willing to handle it, or 7, but from what I know, my cousin Brody, he played at 7. feel like 8 years old. No. It was 7. Actually, no. It was 8. It was 8. That's when he started playing Fortnite. Unless he started at 7, but I started playing Fortnite with him when he was 8. People are gonna say that's quite a bit young to play Fortnite, but hey, it's family friendly. I mean, Epic Games know exactly what they're doing. Oh yeah, there should be a law where no kids should be astronauts, because what if they do allow that, you know? Like, I mean, I'm like, that's great that they haven't even allowed child astronauts, but they can wear costumes, but can't be a real astronaut. The radiation can be more deadly to a kid than an adult. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Can I be an astronaut now? I mean, I'm gonna be honest. They don't even want anybody at the age you're at. Like, if you got a degree at the age of 22, you really think they're gonna fucking, like, make you an astronaut at the age of 22 or select you to be one? I mean, yeah, they could, but to officially be an astronaut, that's like in your 30s or late 20s, I'm gonna be honest. Well, it depends on when you finish high school. If you graduate at 16, then... I actually want all my kids to graduate at 16. I mean, if they don't mind starting school at 4 years old, then hey, they do allow that for kindergartners. It's actually very great for their mentality or the starting of it. So, you know, do I need that? I don't necessarily want to carry... Let me see if I can pull off this glitch. Fuck! You know what? I got it. I got all the shit I got. I gotta go back down, you motherfucker. I'm not blaming you, Epic Games. I'm blaming this shit. But I did pull out the glitch, because I did grab the exact shit. So, that's great. I actually do know how. Fast reflex, that's what it's referred to as. Yeah, give me that. I'm like, wow, they give me like... Are you kidding me? Oh. I figured this. Let me, see if I can possibly find some rocks. Oh, someone's been here. Well, because I'm not full. I like how they kept that typical 999 shit for like materials in OG Fortnite. Hope it's still around. I want my kids to play it and experience it. But yeah, AZ, I'm gonna be honest with Sam. They should add the remix of Midas. I mean, you gotta realize that. Yeah. Huh? You have to go sleep? I can't hear you. Can you speak a bit louder? Okay. I mean, I'm gonna do roleplay until 12:30. Don't we just not be too loud? Okay. Huh? Okay. Anyways, yeah, I'm back. But yeah, no, like, I feel like they would add the Midas. Like, Epic Games, it's Epic Games' decision. I mean, I've witnessed plenty of kid WWE fans where they're like, WWE is not fake. Don't even mention that's fake. Bro, it's fake. WWE is fake. What I mean by fake, I don't mean like, all the shit they're doing is fake. Like, oh, it's fake, you know, they really say they're gonna make the injuries real. No, the injuries are real. What I mean by fake, meaning it's all entertainment, you know, it's not like all real, you know. Like, and I mentioned like, oh, it's a WWE decision. They decide on whatever, you know. Like Epic Games, when AZ mentioned they can't bring Midas, yes, don't create another one in the item shop. Yeah, there's plenty of Midas skins, but for the battle pass, it's the remix, man. Yeah, I get it. Like, I'm gonna mention to them how many Midas skins have they created, and I'm gonna really demonstrate on it. Like, how many Midas skins have they created it? or created. And I'll compare the Omegas because there's actually 2 Omega skins. The OG, the certain type of version, and then the upgrade or the remix version, where it's like the alternate version of it instead of like the typical one. Very cool, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna look at my younger sister text real quick. Okay. Okay. And I'll do the research on when kids can have iPhones. I'm gonna do the research. I want to see Google mentions. Google is honest, but some things it mentioned is not true. Like, for example, like, you don't get sick from others. You don't get sick from the weather. But COVID is rare. I would say it's not like dead, but it's not spreading. It's just rare. Like, some people can get it, whether they had it in their system and it never occurred. So, like, I feel like Google is lying because they mentioned it's still around. I feel like, what if the person had it in their body and for some certain reason, like, they have it in their body and then all of a sudden it just occurred, like, it delayed, like, the sickness delayed, or the virus delayed, excuse me. Like, I never had it. I was just constantly vomiting, and then I just had a minor sickness afterwards. During that time, like 4 years ago it occurred, which I did not like. Okay, shoot. Damn, I got plenty of ammo. Bro, I miss all these weapons. I mean, people mention it's too OP. Well, AZ mentioned it, and I'm like, bro, there's no reason to, like, remove that shit, Oh, I actually didn't grab the sniper though, the golden one. Oh no, I did. It's right here. My bad, Oh yeah, because I remember I grabbed that one rifle and then I dropped it for that. So I'll go, anyway. But yeah, I don't want anybody to get your kids when you're like 6 or 7, and I'm not gonna say 6, 7. No. I'm just saying, don't get your kids between those ages, please. 8 or 9 is perfect. I mean, they're in their late childhood is great because you're near your preteens, you want to know what it's like, but please, if anybody gets their children that, ensure that they're not being inappropriate on there, they're not watching porn, they're not, unless you want them to, but what's the point of watching porn when you can just have the talk? Like, they're not going to understand all the thing that is occurring on porn. They don't know the full detail. They're not 18 and shit. Jeez, what the fuck? Well, I got a launch pad. Like, they're not gonna understand. It's best to have the sex talk, or the talk. Like, don't say, do you wanna have a sex talk? Like, your children's not gonna understand that. When you have the talk, you mention the word sex. You don't say, do you wanna have the sex talk? Because they're gonna be all confused and, like, not comfortable. And that's when, like, you're gonna push them away from the talk. You fucking bitch. You don't do that when the person is... Are you kidding me? Bro, look at my health, you motherfucker. Learn some damn, like, skill, like, and respect. But that's your karma, buddy. Not gonna dance on him, but GG's. Bro, I like the OG victory. Easy's call me. But yeah, like, don't let them, like, to not push them away from the talk. Just say, do you want to have the talk? Or this is the time where we should do this talk or whatever. Yo, what's good?
Yo, I'm almost finished cooking, but just give me a sec, okay?
Alright, man.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
It's not good, it's not good.
See, like my manager responded to me just now, saw the email, and then he says, "Oh, sorry, we can't do that because we have too much people going taking off day off." And then he was saying, "Can you work from 6 p.m. to 2 a.m.?"
Whoa, that's too long.
Yeah.
Or that's too late. Like you're not doing a night shift, you're doing a day shift or evening shift.
And then like apparently he doesn't care about me. He doesn't care about me being religious.
That's not getting into the political side, but that's still against the Constitution and against God's will, God of Jesus Christ's will.
That's ridiculous.
Like he's not giving you the free will to remain with your Christian beliefs.
Yeah.
Like he's not giving you the free will to remain.
Oh, if I were his super manager or senior manager, I would fire him.
What would you do?
If I was his senior manager, I would fire him.
Senior manager,
Yeah, fire him. He's not allowing me to go to church.
Right? Like it's ridiculous. Like you have your rights.
Yeah. He won't allow me to go to church.
Like all people have rights to head to church, and what he's doing is wrong. That's his wrong, not his rights. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is a cool skin, chat.
What?
The Doom 2099,
Oh yeah.
where they predict how the I mean it's a skin. It's from the Marvel you know. But no, this is like how the year would be like very advanced, you know.
Yeah. So ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly.
Now my manager's telling me, oh, if you can't, since we can't do Sunday service, I mean, if we can't have Sunday day off, then you have to work in midnight. That's ridiculous.
He can't force you. That's against labor law.
He's literally making me do work midnight.
Yeah, and that's actually against labor law. Even though you're a legal adult, like he can't force you to decide on that. Like you should decide on your schedule, not him.
So ridiculous.
Exactly. You know, I'm gonna change my loading screen. I've been having this loading screen for quite a while, chat. Where do I change it at? Right there, actually. Ooh, I got plenty of loading screens. Jeez. What to consider, chat? Ooh, too dark, despite me wearing that skin. Remix with the golden touch.
Is that Midas?
Yeah.
Remix with the golden touch. Yeah.
No. Do I have a chapter 7 loading screen? I have the battle pass, chat, so unless they don't have loading screen. Oh, hold up. I feel like they don't have loading screen to battle pass. Let me check. Oh no, they do. They do. They do. They do, chat. Possibly gonna head towards the one where it's very new, chat. Ooh, this is cool, but it's not Christmas. The grand finale.
Look,
Ooh, I'm gonna consider this.
why is my manager telling me to work midnight?
Right? Like, that's against labor law.
He's making me work midnight and doesn't want me to go to church, right?
Exactly.
It doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
He thinks what he's doing is right. That's BS.
Yeah, see, he's arrogant. He wants to go according to his will. He's above other wills.
I don't understand.
Right?
It's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Like, he's like saying, oh, you can't do that. Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like he should get fired.
He should get fired.
Exactly, by someone. Like, whoever's in charge of him should fire him.
Yeah.
Because even the Holy Bible mentions anybody who does wickedness in the within the labor force shall be punished for their consequences, for their iniquities. Like, his iniquity is very wicked.
It don't make sense.
Exactly. Like, either because he's too old and his mind can't function, or he's just very sinful.
Young, he's young. He's literally like about the same age as me and you.
I feel like because he doesn't have life experience.
You think so?
Yeah. Well, he's not my age. He's like in his late 20s. Because I'm not gonna say the age you're at, but you mentioned he's the same age as you or whatever. So like late 20s.
About either the same age as me or younger than me. I don't know. Or maybe older.
I mean, who knows? Because it seems like he doesn't have life experience.
Dude, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Letting me off from church. And I told him, can I get Thursday day off? And then he's like, no. Yeah, exactly.
If he's...
Can I have Friday day off? Because I'm off Friday.
Exactly.
No.
I feel like if he's younger than you, then that's possibly the reason why. Because why is he acting like this?
Yeah.
He possibly have impulse behaviors. And doesn't...
I understand. This guy's not allowing me to go to church. And even though like he told me, he said, oh yeah, we accept people for equal opportunity. We don't make fun of race, we don't make fun of religion. We don't make fun of like your gender or whatsoever.
But he's not allowing you to go to church, so clearly he is making fun of your religion, but in his heart.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Like he thinks what he's doing is right.
But it's not something he's doing is right. It's overall wrong.
Yeah.
Of him. Like him specifically, it's wrong of him.
Then you know what? I should quit then. If he will allow me, then I'll quit.
You have your rights. You can find another job and like teach him a lesson for what he's doing.
He's so arrogant.
Exactly.
Like, I'm trying to, get the job, and he's, trying to be arrogant.
Right?
Yeah. I have my own right. I deserve a better right than this.
Exactly.
Why are people so sinful? Why does people need religion?
Why does people what?
Hate religion.
Right?
Dude, it's just Jesus Almighty Christ, He came down to save us, not to turn against each
Exactly.
It's all because Satan's fault. Satan wants everyone to believe, that he's more powerful than God.
Like, but he's not powerful as in God Almighty Jesus Christ.
What?
He's not powerful as in God Almighty Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying as an example how he thinks. How Satan thinks.
Exactly.
See, Satan's tempting this world, and it's impacting mind, following with Jesus.
Exactly.
I don't understand.
Right?
Yeah. Everyone deserves a chance to be who they are. They have the right.
Exactly.
And what he thinks is not right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wish you could be the CEO and fire this guy.
Right?
Yeah. He only believes in his satanic belief.
Exactly. But yeah, just be sure to let me know once you're on so we can do the roleplay.
Yeah, but Mike, I don't understand why he's so selfish.
Right?
All I'm trying to do is to be reasonable.
Exactly.
Right.
But yeah, I'm gonna be sure to mute myself while I'm continuing streaming, so
Wait, hold on.
But yeah, I'm gonna be sure to mute myself while I'm continuing.
Mike, give me a sec.
alright. Wow, wait for him. Okay, chat, I'm gonna do my research. I'm gonna say how old to get your children an Apple iPhone. Let me see what Google mentions. So, how old, come ask Google, to consider getting
Mike, I don't understand.
your children
Mike.
an Apple iPhone. Yeah, it was good.
I don't like his attitude.
Right?
Yeah. Mike, you gotta help me.
Yeah, I definitely will. But hold up, give me a minute. Cause I'm gonna consider.
Sorry to disturb you.
It's all good, 'cause I'm-
Alright.
It's all good. Cause I'm gonna continue streaming as well.
Yeah, but yeah, can you mute yourself really quick? I really need to express how I feel.
Alright.
worries.
It's all good. But yeah, overall, they're not a true preacher if they mention, like, you don't have the rights to mention these things, that it's satanic or whatever. Like, you do have the rights.
I don't want them to be satanic.
Huh?
I don't want them to be satanic.
Right? But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna mute myself on the phone while I continue streaming. But yeah, overall, like... Alright, chat. So it mentions... So my question to Google is, how old to consider getting your children an Apple iPhone? Majority of experts and parents consider ages 12 to 14, middle school, is a very appropriate moment for a child's first iPhone, balancing the need for independence with digital maturity, while certain individuals, parents, introduce smartphones around 10 to 11, others overweight until 15 to 16, emphasizing maturity over peer pressure. I would say 10 or 11, or 8 or 9. Wondering why there's no 8 or 9 on the list. Or I can read and see why. Key considerations for overall getting an iPhone. Maturity versus age. Rather than a strict age, focus on the child's responsibility, emotional maturity, and ability to handle social media and internet access. Social and safety needs. Plenty of parents find 11 to 13 to be the right moment for coordination with after-school activities or for social connection, or just overall. Safety features. Utilize Apple screen time and parental controls to manage apps, websites, and downtime. Alternatives. I'm possibly not going to do that. Like, if they use, like, an app like Snapchat, they want to use it the whole moment. I don't want to, like, set, like, some type of boundary. But I would definitely consider parental control. For, like, website-wise, like, not add porn and manage certain apps. Like, they can't have a bank account until they're 18, but they can have a teen bank account once they're 13. For downtime, possibly not. I'm possibly not going to add that. They can have their phone as long as they need, but ensuring they can balance that themselves. Alternatives, if not ready for a full smartphone, consider starting with a non-smartphone device or an Apple device with limited home access. Only access like an iPad. Well, I can get them both. Come on, Google. Plenty of social media platforms and Apple's own app settings suggest 13 as a serial for more access, which aligns with the common recommendations to wait until middle school. For social media? I mean, I know some kids on... Oh, but the thing is, the parents created that account, not them. I could definitely see social media being a teenager app than a kids app. But what do y'all think, chat? I mean, I'm going to say 11 or 10 or 9 or 8 to get your kids a phone and to have social media. Who knows? Because that's what they're like, but I want it and I don't want to ruin that for them, you know? Like, no, you know? But, hey, that's what Google mentioned. That's what it's a recommendation. Can you consider getting your child at exactly 8 or 9 years old? While plenty of experts and parents groups overall wait until 8th, recommended wait while many parent experts like to wait until 8, recommended waiting until at least exactly age 12 to 13 for a smartphone due to mental health and social media risks. Giving 8 or 9-year-olds an iPhone is a personal decision based on mental maturity, not just age. It is overall considered too young by plenty, but can be managed with heavy restrictions, parental controls, family sharing, and limited internet access. Okay. Family sharing. Or instead of limited internet access, because I don't want no limitation on apps or downtimes or whatever, or there's like a timer and you're kicked out from that time or whatever. I don't agree on that. I feel like some websites like porn or some websites that you should never go on. You know how Hussein, that YouTuber, he's cool. He would say some of the websites you should never go on, and he is this is for education, so he's the one who's gonna risk that the kids don't have to risk it themselves. Okay, What is it referring to by mental health? I'm quite curious. Key considerations for 8 to 9-year-olds. Mental health risks. Experts suggest that for young children, excessive screen time and social media access are linked to negative mental health outcomes. But why though? Alternative options. Plenty of parents prefer to start with a smartwatch or a dumb phone. Are you kidding me? That only allows calls/text for this age group. Well, that is bullshit. Safety measures. If an iPhone is overall given, it is overall crucial to use Apple's family sharing settings to restrict content, and Apple IDs for children under 13 are managed this way. I agree, because phones are typically for teenagers, but if kids want it, hey, you know. Reasons for delay. The primary reasons to wait associating or avoiding premature exposure to social media and inappropriate content. Well, don't let them be on inappropriate content. Come on, bro. If you choose to do it, set strict limitations. Use parental controls to block apps and web access. Certain apps and web access. Monitor closely. Use features that allow you to track their location and usage. Well, yeah, true, because what if they got kidnapped? Educate. Teach digital responsibility early on. Ultimately, while 8 or 9 is early compared to the average age of 12 or 13, with proper supervision, it can be handled or managed if you feel your child is ready. Yeah, and you can get them like the very expensive iPhone and pay for their iPhone. Hold on, let me see what 13-year-olds look like. Just overall. Hold on, no. 12-year-olds. 12-year-old. I'm gonna say girls, just to see, because, you know, typically it's more risky than to give a girl than a boy 12-year-old a phone. Okay. 12-year-old girl at a beach. Okay. Whoa! Why is this girl acting like all sexy and shit? She's only 12 years old. What the fuck? I'm not saying like sexy, but the way she's posing. Like, you know how girls, they turn around and look at their shoulder like, yeah, that's me. Like, come on, don't do that. I mean, some even look like kids, because when you're a preteen, you're half kid, half teenager. I would say a 12-year-old can have an iPhone. That actually a 12-year-old? Oh my gosh, that looks like a 15-year-old. What the fuck? Damn. Is it just me? I'm playing. I'm not gonna do Is it just me? I don't do that. Okay, I'm gonna search up an 8-year-old. Like, see if they look too young. 8-year-old girls. Obviously a kid. Okay. I would say they could have it, but just be aware of inappropriate shit. Like, don't, if they chat with a 40-year-old man or 30-year-old man or whatever, or someone in their 20s, they have to be aware. Miss Kiki, birthday girl, 8 years old. Oh, that on Instagram? Portray cute 8-year-old girl. Obviously, cute as a friend if I were to be friends with an 8-year-old girl. Not anything deeper, because that's very inappropriate, especially towards a minor. Beach girls, 8-year-old. Well, yeah, they're at the beach with a swimming suit. Girl on beach playing with toy, spade, and sand close-up. I would say they can have an iPhone. They could, because my sister had one when she was like 5, because I gave her one. But 5 is too young, but hey, that's when I gave her an iPhone. You know, like, don't you know, anyway. 8-year-old girl. Some 8-year-olds still look like they're 6 or 7 years old. Just the age itself. I'm not saying 6, 7. Hell no, I would never mention it. Whoa. Some swimsuits are too inappropriate to have. Oh no, that's not even a swimsuit. Bro, it shows half of her ass and it's an 8-year-old girl. That is so inappropriate. Bruh. Actually, that's not the ass. That's actually the way the swimsuit overall looks. So pretty much, the swimsuit. Like some swimsuits blend in. Like why for kids though? I feel like it's too inappropriate. Wait, what the fuck? I was like, why can't I zoom out? What the fuck? Hold on, I'm gonna search up 8-year-olds in Apple iPhone. Let me see how they act. 8-year-old girl with an Apple. Giving an 8-year-old iPhone is a personal decision overall for safety / activities rather than entertainment. I would say for both. While majority of experts suggest wait until middle school, parents who opt in should overall heavily restrict the device using Apple's family sharing. YouTube, they can use that. Family sharing for children under 13 to manage their Apple ID and monitor activity. Certain parents prefer a dumb phone, a smartwatch, or an older restricted Wi-Fi only model. That is very fucked. I don't agree on that. That's gonna interfere with their mentality. Plenty of parents use it as a digital babysitter or tool for tracking and communication when children are at school, sports, or with friends. Yeah, but then they're gonna want to use it, so that's quite fucked. To restrict apps, set downtime, and yes, I would prevent unwanted content like porn and all that, but downtime, no, hell no. Create an Apple account for your child. Apple supports. Create an Apple account for your child. Family sharing. Oh! Because the one who's 10 years old. Because it says someone is 10 years old having an iPhone. Yeah, that's true because if they're under 13. Okay, the kid is taking a picture. But still gotta be aware on how to use it. Whoa, why is the child smiling when looking at an iPhone? Just yeah, be aware. Buying our 4-year-old and 7-year-old iPhones. Are you fucking kidding me? Johnson fam. Oh my gosh, that was like. Hold up. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh yeah, the one who's 7 is like 16 or gonna be 16. Okay. Okay, they're both at that age where they can have an iPhone regardless. For a teenager, still be aware. But because they're not a kid, you don't need to necessarily monitor it, you know. Like, you know? Like, I can allow my teenager to watch porn just because they're about to be 18, like, legally an adult. Just not my kids. Like, when they're... Well, no, they're gonna be my kids. I'm just saying, like, when they're a kid, you know. Like, you know?
Just not my kids, like when they're...
But I'm gonna do something for quite a bit, you know, like, you know? Anyway. Chat, I am back, you know, like, don't say no, anyway. But yeah, I would definitely allow my kids. I'm gonna pause the live stream. Cause, you know, I'm gonna call it easy. But yeah, I would definitely allow my kids having an iPhone at, like, exactly 8 years old. Like, whenever they're all 8, you know. If Rose's supposed to be born on exactly the year 2030, I'm playing 2031. So hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it should be 8 on exactly the year 2039. You know, get them under 7, you know. But if it's a bit earlier than that and they actually want it, just monitor as well. Deeply though, because they're like what's in their early childhood or just, you know, overall, you know, like, so, you know, anyway. Like, I wouldn't allow them to have porn until they're like 13 or, yeah, 13. That's when I'll allow them to have porn or even watch porn, you know, like, so, you know, anyway. Like, for Fortnite would be 8. Like, for them to game will be 8 years old. Just, you know. Like, not sure, you know, anyway. And then, yeah, when they're 18, they can do whatever the fuck they want, you know? Like, not sure, you know, anyway. But they gotta be aware, like, not to have alcohol and all that. Unless they did lower the drinking age to 18 or 19, because like you're legally an adult, but you just gotta be very aware because of brain development, you know, like it developing physically, you know, for certain individuals, you know, like, no, so, you know, anyway. Yeah, I'm here.
I'm sorry if I sound upset.
It's all good. Hey, just so you know, it's currently 11:06 my time, so.
I know everything's behind schedule because the landlord came in around afternoon and which is pushed my schedule back.
Gotcha.
So it's not my fault.
It's all good. Why? What are you currently doing at the moment?
I'm eating.
Oh, okay.
Eating dinner.
Yeah, whenever you get finished eating, just be sure to let me know.
Mike, I need help.
What's what?
Because I'm feeling disappointed, upset, like multiple emotions. What I'm trying to say is that, like, okay, the situation which is with my manager. The second situation, I'm trying to open up with my like Bible study group, and then like one of them told me that, like you should encourage you to spend more time with your brothers. Like we can do the online like meeting, but we don't, you know, just FYI, like pretty much she's telling me to spend more time with, you know, with my brothers, fellow brothers in Christ.
Okay.
And then, but the point is that disappointed me because I just want to give them a feedback. I didn't give them feedback. I'm trying to say is that I give them an option to, like, you know, to talk. Like, if you want to, like, be more faithful to each other, and then, like, we can do that.
Exactly.
That's my intention. My intention is to continue growing. Because I thought about what, like, my mentor told me, he said, you guys should not think of, like during those times where you're, like, on break, you should not be, you know,
exactly,
like, away from faith. And it's just like, what, she just trying to, like, in a way, I'm upset because she doesn't want to do as a group, and I was like, I'm just giving you an option. You don't have to disagree. I'm just saying, what do you think? I'm not saying, like, oh, I'm depressed and I need you guys. I'm not. That's what I'm not saying.
Exactly.
I just understand.
Right?
Like, why would people misinterpret my intention?
Right?
See, this is why I don't like sin in the world. And then when sin is happening, everyone misinterprets it.
Exactly. Seems quite arrogant of them.
I don't want to say they're arrogant. I mean, they've been very helpful.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, in terms of the misinterpretation of them.
Like, people keep misinterpreting my idea. I don't know what to say.
Right?
There's so much emotions going through my, like, there's so much emotion that's, like, coming through.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I just want to talk to.
What's that?
Yeah, I just want to talk to someone.
Yeah, for sure.
It's so. This is why I don't want to be like human. I wish there's no stress, no problem. Like, it's a perfect world.
You say you don't wanna. You say you don't wanna be a human?
I don't like sin in the world. See, it's just like.
Oh, yeah. I know what you mean. But yeah, exactly.
Talk to someone.
Right?
I wish Jesus, I want to talk to Jesus.
Right?
Feeling overwhelmed.
But yeah, I'm gonna actually mention about the shit I typically chat about. But yeah, as I specifically mentioned about all the political shit, all the business shit, like all the businesses me and my homie Farnham are gonna lead as CEOs, chairmen, and some of the companies president, like business president, not all companies though, but we're gonna lead all companies, like those, as I specifically mentioned about like Elon Musk, Tim Sweeney, Tim Cook, Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates actually, as I specifically mentioned about Barack Obama, Joe Biden, or excuse me, Donald Trump, Barack Obama, Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, and Kamala Harris, as I specifically mentioned about my whole family members, as I specifically mentioned about myself being a WWE wrestler, and just overall about WWE, as I specifically mentioned about me being an astronaut, just overall being an astronaut, and just like the space missions I specifically mentioned about. Oh, and for Jupiter, I'll be sure to mention to you like about the timeline. I'll show you, as I specifically mentioned about as I specifically mentioned about oh yeah, about my whole family members chat, as I specifically mentioned about like about about my homie Farhan Azara, his twin brother John Azara, so like the Azara twins, which are my homies, as I specifically mentioned about Mr. Beast and Actual Speed, as I specifically mentioned about my homie King K, a.k.a. Craig, and about my friend Helen, as I specifically mentioned about my dad and I homie Agron, about my homie AZ, as I specifically mentioned about my homie Angel, as I specifically mentioned about my dad and I lady friend Helen, which, you know, I met her through my dad.
I'm upset.
As I specifically mentioned about my dad's cousin Alan, not my homie AZ, but like his like cousin Alan, which is like my uncle Alan. Actually, kids typically mention Unc, but some adults can mention that as like a slang term, and not really what a kid would mention. But yeah, like he's my uncle.
I need help.
As I specifically mentioned about the biblical shit, about my ex-wife Amber and how I'm gonna find myself a girl, a blondie. As I specifically mentioned about like, yeah, my ex-girl Amber is what I'm referring to. What's that? Oh, he said he had to do something. Okay. As I specifically mentioned about yeah, the biblical shit about me having like my biological kids, but through my like newer wife. As I specifically mentioned about the adopted kids, want to adopt some potentially in my late 20s or mid 20s, you know, like you know. As I specifically mentioned about yeah, as I specifically mentioned about oh yeah, about my therapist chat, as I specifically mentioned about oh yeah, my mucus buildup and how the causation of my minor sickness or the nasal congestion, which is very rare, is through the mucus buildup, and the causation of my acid reflux or vomiting if that occurs, but hoping it doesn't necessarily. But yeah, the causation of those is simply because of simply because of Crohn's disease. Yeah, it was good.
I'm sorry I sound upset.
It's all good.
I can't do this anymore.
But for the for him, like, you know, he's for real. Like, you know, he doesn't say like, you know, like, you know. But what else did I mention or chat about? I feel like that's all.
Hold on. Mike, give me a sec.
Alright, man.
Mike, give me a sec.
I was actually muting myself, so right when you mentioned it. But yeah, as I specifically mentioned about all that shit, you know, like what's in my recent live streams chat, like what's in my last live stream chat, like I specifically mentioned about all that shit, you know, later, so you know, and can continue chatting, but you know, later, so you know, but yeah, as I specifically mentioned about all that shit, you know, later, so you know, like what's in this current live stream chat, you know, like within this current live stream chat, you know, and what I could possibly mention about all that shit, you know, again as well, what's in my future live streams, obviously chat, you know, later, so you know, anyway. But yeah, I'll consider getting my kids an Apple iPhone at exactly 8 years old for them. Or whenever they're ready, actually. So from 8 to like 12 years old. Or even 13. We'll see. For my son, I wouldn't care, but I don't want my daughter to be like, why did you get him an iPhone, not us? Like, you know. But it's because of like more inappropriate content exposed to my daughter's eyes. Well, sons as well, because, you know, he wouldn't know what those shit is, or are. But I would say for both of them, I would like consider like what age is reasonable for them, you know, like both genders pretty much. Like, you know, anyway, like for both my sons and daughters. If I only have one son and all daughters, that'd be like wild. But I don't necessarily care, you know, like, you know, anyway. But yeah, spring isn't exactly one more month, bro. You already know I love spring. I have the reason why I use the word love towards that is because spring is meant to be eternal, but then there's different seasons which those are not eternal, they're temporarily. Those seasons are sinful, but not necessarily springy, you know, like, you know, anyway. I'm actually gonna play a solo match of OG Fortnite while I wait for him, because, you know, he had a reason of why he mentioned, you know. So until 1 o'clock, him and I are gonna end it, and then 2:30 is when I'll end the Walking to Season 1 shit. Or just watch it on YouTube. I mean, I want to listen to music and shit, you know. Like, don't you know? Anyway. But yeah, it would be cool to take my kids to the mall, to like going on a vacation, like plenty of vacation, to take my kids to excuse me. Yeah, take my kids to on vacation, take my kids to the mall, to a restaurant, not just a mall, but yeah, to a restaurant. It would be like for real so cool. Like you get to imagine the opportunity you'd consider for them, you know. Like, you know. It would be so cool. Like, I want them to enjoy this opportunity and consider me as a great father. Not to brag about it towards other people or other parents or even towards my kids, but to be a great father out of being humble, not arrogance, obviously. Just being humble, you know, like, you know? Because I'm never arrogant, you know, like, you know? I'm typically humble and always humble, you know, like, you know? Anyway, more humbles than Logan Paul, more humbles than CM Punk, and more humbles than John Cena. What's that, Hydro?
It's so stressful.
Because of what your manager mentioned, or the
both my manager and all my friends said. I can't do this anymore. It's just not easy.
Right.
I just want to live a normal life.
I agree with him.
I don't want fun in my life.
Right?
Yeah. I really wish we can go back in time.
To stop Satan from making Adam and Eve spiritually unconscious from Satan mind controlling?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, Satan is not powerful like God Almighty Jesus Christ, so Satan is at the wrong, and Jesus Christ, God Almighty, is at the right.
Can't do this anymore. It's just hard.
Right? That's bullshit of this match. But yeah, it would be cool for me to play Fortnite with my kids. I allow them to play GTA 7 because I would ensure it's parental control or consent, meaning if I give the consent, I could allow them. Otherwise, if a parent doesn't give consent, they would have to wait until they're 18. Until their parents do allow them, if they're under 18, to consider playing GTA 6. Or not GTA 6, GTA 7, you know. Like, you know? Hoping GTA 6 is like that, but it's possibly going to be age restricted. But for GTA 7 and beyond those sequels, I would ensure of that, you know, that it's parental consent, you know, despite it being 18 plus as well, you know. Or 17 plus, you know. Like, you know? Anyway. But yeah, it would be cool to even have kids. Like 9 kids is wild, or even 7 kids if I don't plan on. If I don't plan on adopting, then 7 kids.
It's so hard.
Right?
Mike, so hard to live a normal life.
Exactly.
If sin wasn't in this world, we would live a perfect life with heaven and earth.
Exactly. But I feel like Satan, he ruined it for the sake of this world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I want to be an astronaut, to explore the other planets and why God destroyed the other ones and not this planet. I mean, he did partially, like the flood is part of the destruction, but not like destroy it where it's just bared wasteland, you know? Like Mars, pretty much. Or why I want to make this country perfect again, where there's no wars and no destruction.
Yeah, I understand.
But just overall, you know.
Yeah.
But go on.
I wish states would never happen.
Like you wish he remained as Lucifer and be like, you're right, God Almighty Jesus Christ, I should remain with you.
Yeah.
And understand his protocols, his divine protocols. Oh, for the live event, is Guan is gonna join us?
What?
On the live event.
I don't know.
Because I remember last live event before this chapter, I remembered he joined it.
Yeah. I can't do it. It's just so hurtful. It's hurting my emotions.
Right? And I'm actually gonna create a account specifically for like a kid, like if I had a kid, but I have to choose a year that where a kid is still not 18 and they're under 18. So that
If I never fall into that, I would have been more happy.
so the year I would choose,
Mike, I don't want to be depressed.
right?
Yeah.
Like I would possibly choose 2018 because nobody is 18 at the moment. But I'll choose that year and see like if the person would overall, you know, if the excuse me, I want to see what it's like if I create that account. So I'm possibly gonna create it and then I'm gonna delete it because I'm not gonna really need it. Because by the time the person is, you know, I'm not gonna really, you know. But I want to see what it's like. So that once I have kids and they eventually transition to like being a video gamer, I want to see what it's like, you know. Like I want to say, you know. Ooh, bro, this weapon is badass. I actually like this weapon. See, I use the word like, not love, you know, biblically speaking, you know, like, you know, like, shoot, got my twice, you know, like, you know, anyway. Actually, yeah, I actually prefer. I was gonna go back to the pickaxe, but it's okay, you know, like, you know, anyway. No, just to, I was just gonna see, like, no, I was, check to see what it's like if I, hold R2 and then press triangle so I don't actually throw it.
Yeah.
But apparently, it, pulled the trigger instead of me, pulling my pickaxe out, so it doesn't, occur.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. Once I have kids, I'll have to see, you know, like, you know.
It's so hurtful.
Bro, it's a cool umbrella.
I wish it wasn't that.
What's that?
I wish life wasn't this hard.
Right? Wow, I cornered the player.
Wait, give me a sec. Give me a sec, okay?
Alright. Wow, player's toxic. The player is toxic, chat. Fuck those toxic, sinful skills. You know, let us, you know. Shame on you. Shame on you. No GGs for you. Like, no good game for you. Pendejo. Or pendeja. Anyway, let's just over continue the match. It's all good, you know, let us, you know. But yeah, possibly when I'm 26.
Sucks. Mike.
That's when my future wife will consider giving birth, you know?
Possibly when I'm 26. That's when my future wife will consider getting married.
What's that?
Mike sucks.
Right. I bet tomorrow it's gonna be more of this shit. Be cool. Definitely not gonna land at Paradise Palms until like there's no necessary snow there, you know, like, you know. Happy Hamlet. Possibly not gonna land there. You know what? Fuck it. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward for Chapter 1, Season 1, OG Fortnite, and as well Season 9, cause that'd be cool. Be a replica of Rocks. Excuse me, alternate version of her, but a replica or similarity of Loser Fruit. She's not a loser, that's just what she referred to herself as. You know, like, no, China, I know. Eli, hold on, let me see when he last chatted. Yo, what's good, Eli? How you feeling, brother?
Crash. Mike, you gotta help me.
Yo, what's good, Eli? How you feeling, brother?
Mike, it sucks.
What up, chat? Yeah, I definitely will help you.
You gotta help me. I wish you were here with me.
Right?
Yeah. Everything can change the future. You can change the past.
Right? And future as well.
Yeah.
Like the outcome of the future.
Yeah.
And future as well. Like the outcome of the future.
I want to be upset. Mike, I'm sorry about upset.
It's all good.
I'm trying to be upset. Trying to be upset. Mike. Mike?
Yeah, for sure, Bill.
Mike.
Yeah.
Who's Rosalie's?
My sister.
Oh. Wait, she can hear you?
Yeah.
Why is she being arrogant?
She's not. She's just mentioning just don't be too loud. That's not necessarily arrogant.
Okay. Just said it in a nice way.
Well, how would you know that's disrespectful? Like you can't assume of that.
No, because you're the same. She did it all caps.
What if someone, cause I know someone who sent it with all caps by mistake, and I was wondering if they were pissed at me, and they're like, no, I wasn't pissed at you. So. Like what if the person did that, but really they're just saying, hey Mike, I have a headache, or I'm very sick. Can you be a bit quiet though? Like that's what they'll mention. So that's just a text. That's not like the tone itself. So. Plenty of toxic players. Oh my gosh. Wow, they're teaming. I'm gonna report that person. I was reading chat. Okay, let me report the player. Offensive name, stream sniping. And yeah, obviously I'm not necessarily blind chat, but it's all good, it's all good. Yeah, obviously I can read the chat. You know, later, Shana? After this match, I'm gonna do something for quite a bit, you know, later, Shana? Anyway. Wait, I get to take my kids to the water park, chat. So yeah, I could do plenty of things with them. You know, let us know anyway. You'll see what they look like potentially. Possibly I'll have a family channel. Excuse me, a family channel. And bro, I've noticed some family YouTubers, they don't keep their videos long form. They just say, yeah, we're just gonna enjoy family matters, we're gonna end this. And you don't want to be there for the fans? Like, come on, bruh. Like, I noticed that from Car China Family, but sometimes their videos are long form. Before, you know, light up channel. Or I gotta check if their videos are long form. Pretty sure some are. But yeah, according to research, that's what I mentioned for, like when you can consider getting your kids a phone. Be cool, I mean, let them enjoy it, you know. I don't care if they're 8 and they have an iPhone, like, let them enjoy it, you know. It actually interferes with their mentality, but if they're not ready, then they would have to understand, you know, like, don't you know? But yeah, after roleplay, I'm gonna play The Walking Dead Season 1 for quite a bit, hoping to consider heading towards Episode 2, you know, like, don't you know? Because I didn't complete all of episode 1, so that's the whole point, you know, like, so you know? So, you know, anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna actually side with Kenny, because I don't necessarily like it when, what's it called, when, like, Kenny becomes a bitch to, like, Lee, and he's like, oh, there's been moments where you don't side with me. So like, that's why I saved Duck, so that's the whole point, you know. If Herschel Green wants to be a bitch, clearly he is a bitch. But shit, you know, like, there be a moment where like Lee is gonna wanna wanna side with Kenny, you know. If Lily becomes a bitch, I really don't care as much, even though she is my favorite character. She just needs to realize that but yeah, she needs to realize that Lily is just gonna be a pile of fuck if you don't side with her. Regardless, she is a bitch at like the ending of episode 2 and parts of episode 3. You know, like, no, you know, anyway. But yeah, I want to see some long form videos. I have long form live streams, so might as well have long form uploads in the Leno channel. Anyway, GG's towards that player. Are you kidding me? Bro, fuck off. Actually, spamming build is fucked up. Yep, you're toxic. Fuck you. Go suck cock. Motherfucker. The gamer go 56. I could have chose 6-7 before, you know, like, you know. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna do something for quite a bit, you know, like, you know. Plus, I get away for AZ. So, might as well I put this mode. Alright, chat. I'm gonna do something for quite a bit, you know, like, you know. Anyway. But yeah, overall, I'm not necessarily blind. I can read the chats. Alright, anyway. Chat, I am back, you know, let us know, you know. Anyway, chat, just been AFK for quite a bit, you know, let us know, you know, anyway.
I am back, you know, let us know, you know.
Let me overall...
Just been AFK for quite a bit, you know, let us know, you know.
Okay, don't necessarily need to check the chat, don't necessarily need to check the chat, you know, don't necessarily need to, you know, don't necessarily need to, you know, let us know, you know, anyway. But anyway, let's see if AZ and I can do the roleplay until like 1:30 p.m. Yo, Hydra, yo, available? Hydro? Cause once 12:30 actually, then him and I have to do the roleplay tomorrow then. Which I don't necessarily mind. Like if Angel's like heading to bed and all that shit, then AZ and I can do the roleplay tomorrow. Not tomorrow, later today, cause it's Thursday for me. And it will do like later today, and then by the time it's like 12:30, it'll be like Friday something for me. Not Friday something. What am I thinking? 12 something was in like, you know, Friday for me, and then Thursday for me. You know, let us know, you know. Anyway, because currently not Thursday for me. You know, let us know, you know. Anyway.
Because currently not Thursday. Realize that, Lily. I can do plenty of things. Don't want to be there. Or I gotta check if their videos are long form. Research, like when you can put the ropes up. Ew. Yeah, bitch. Clearly he is a bitch. But shit, you know, like. Is there a beat? Clearly he is a bitch. It must be. So like, that's why I saved Duck. So that's the whole point, you know. If Herschel Green wants to be a bitch, clearly he is a bitch.
Hold up.
Like, that's why I saved Duck. So that's the whole point, you know. If Herschel Green wants to be a bitch, clearly he is a bitch. Wanna see some? Before you know, let us know, you know. I tell you, I'm gonna do something quite a bit, you know, let us know, you know. I check. I'm gonna do something quite a bit, you know, let us know, you know, anyway.
But yeah, like when I have kids, it's gonna be like very cool. It's almost 12:30. Let me see if I can invite AZ, cause he is muted and I'm muted. What's in his end? What's in my end? So his end I'm muted, and my end he's muted. So I'm gonna see if he's on. Otherwise, then the roleplay is gonna be later today, which we typically do on Wednesday. So why exactly is it gonna be on Thursday? You know, let us know, you know. Yeah, I would have to say later today. And I'm actually gonna snack, just not on chips. Well, because it's Thursday and not Wednesday, I didn't snack on Wednesday. You know, let us know. So I am gonna consider having Rice Krispie treats. No chips though. I mean, we'll see. You know, let us know. But yeah, bro, let's just talk for quite a bit. Actually, I'm actually looking forward for spring. Summer, I mean, I do hate it because of the heat, but hey, it's like better than the season of winter. You know, I hate the cold temperature. I hate the hot temperature too. But if it's like warm, not humid, you're not sweating like crazy, then you know, you know, I love it. And bro, I'm gonna be working with my uncle. I love doing the sprinkler. I mean, he is gonna potentially retire, my uncle. I don't blame him. I mean, it's my Uncle Tony, not Alan. But bro, I don't blame him. I mean, it's very like humid. It's like I may possibly consider it though, the sprinkler job, like a lawn and sprinkler if you want your own business. It's seasonal though. It's from spring to autumn. You know, let us you know. It's only 3 seasons. I mean, I know some people who are managing all that shit, like, what's in the winter if there's not, like, much snow, you know, like, you know? Or, like, pipe is bursting and shit, you know, like, you know? Like, people are like, do you, like... Actually, speaking of that, my dad and I, homie Agram just hopped on PlayStation. That's the great thing, I just see him hop online. No wonder why he doesn't head to my dad's place on time. I'm playing, because he works a lot. I'm hoping to see him next week, because I'm, like, not sick, you know? So... But yeah, I'm gonna be a WWE wrestler in, like, 3 years. Like, it's very interesting how I'm gonna be a wrestler in 3 years. So I'll be like 24 when I'm a wrestler, but hey, it's, you know, not necessarily bad, you know, like, you know. And excuse me. My question is 24 years old the like youngest wrestler of WWE? Obviously, it is, you know. But the thing is, it's better to wrestle in your 20s than your 40s, you know. Unless you're looking young as fuck like me, then... I mean, others can look young as well, you know, like, you know? But I'm just saying, like, I have this youth, and it's like, I don't age. It doesn't seem like it. I hope I'm not slowly aging, and I will never age, you know, like, you know? But yeah, I feel like I'm gonna end it whenever. Cause, bro, AZ is very busy and all that shit. So, like, later today I'll do the roleplay, like 10 p.m. East EST. Plus, Angel is not on. I feel like he's not on. I mean, I called him earlier so I could share play The Walking Dead. I definitely don't mind. I mean, he likes the game. He actually wants the game. And he mentioned it's not necessarily a big deal. Like, he could play, like, his episode next week. So if I do play The Walking Dead Season 2, I can, like, mention to him, like, I can mention to him, like, mentioning, like, I can mention to him on, these are the episodes you were gonna originally play, like, what's in Season 2, you know, like, you know? Like, he was gonna play Episode 5, like, that was gonna be his episode, but it's all good, you know? Next week would be cool, you know, like, you know? Plus, it's cool, so I can just take a break and whatever I have to do, you know, like, you know? Like, whether I have to think about something personal, you know, like, you know? And that's actually why I was AFK for quite a bit, you know, and I was just on my phone as well, you know, like, you know? Because, you know, my bad, chat. I was thinking about something personal. Yeah, I was thinking about something personal. Real quick, you know, let us know. Anyway, but yeah, like, it'd be cool, you know. I'm looking forward to have kids. You're gonna love my kids. I'm gonna be having a kid when I'm 26. Like, meaning getting my girl pregnant and being like, pretty much what's her. And then afterwards, she'll give birth when she's 27. Actually, no. When her and I are 25, so she'll give birth when she's 26. Or if she's still 25, you know. I feel like it's a reasonable age because what if she doesn't have full mental maturity and her brain has to be fully developed until 25? And I have full mental maturity, but my brain physically have to be fully developed until 25 just to remain the same size, you know, like, you know? But yeah, anyway, chat, I'm gonna end right here. If you want to see more of me doing a continuation of the roleplay, like, later today and, like, next week, which is, like, possibly on Wednesday, and I'm hoping it can remain on Wednesday so we don't continue on Saturday or whatever other day, just just Wednesday, you know, later, you know? Like, I watch WWE Monday Night Raw on Monday, Tuesday I have my therapy session, and Wednesday's roleplay, and Thursday just do whatever. Friday Night SmackDown. Saturday's a pay-per-view if it's, like, typically on Saturday or Sunday. Well, actually, pay-per-views are typically on Saturday, but only on Sunday if it's, like, a 2-day shit. Like, I feel like they're only gonna do it. They're doing it for WrestleMania, which is like a type of Super Bowl type of pay-per-view, and then for and for SummerSlam it's gonna be 2 days as well, which is very cool. I actually love that. Would I be able to go to SummerSlam in person? I'm hoping I could. Just enjoy it and take my homies with me, possibly my dad. Like we can all drive to No, it's not New Jersey. It's gonna be in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I feel like that's where Brock Lesnar was from. I feel like he's gonna retire there. He's gonna have his final match and retire. Actually, that's why they're doing all these like matches for Brock Lesnar. Like they're saying these are not matches, like days to like be like active. Not because of WrestleMania, it's because he's gonna retire. I mean, he's like 48, he's about to be 49. I mean, hey, typically people retire before their 50s, and I'm like, not all do actually. Like, look at R-Truth, he's still in his 50s wrestling. But typically people do. I'm possibly gonna wrestle forever. I'm never gonna retire. Just because I'm looking young and I'm gonna consider medical advancement. For those who can't consider it, I feel like it will be too late for them to consider it, and because they're aging, and you know why, you know. But yeah, anyway. Oh yeah, if you want to see more of me playing Fortnite with my homie Andrew once he re-downloads it, if you want to see me playing Fortnite with my homie Emmanuel, I mean, who knows when I could possibly consider playing with him. If you want to see more of me playing with AZ, like doing a continuation of roleplay or just grinding on whatever days. Otherwise, I just prefer gaming with my homie Andrew. There's no need for grinding and shit. I mean, I can grind like Friday or whoever I'm playing Fortnite with, you know, because I haven't been playing with subs lately. Again, you know, I mean, it's great that I got back to playing with subs, and you know, you remember how back then I'm like, shit, like I never have a chance to play with my subs. Now there's a chance where I could play with my subs, but hope it's not like that again. Hope I'm able to play with Nav. I can say, hey, you're down to play Fortnite because we're not able to play GTA. I don't have PS Plus, and he can understand that. He could be like, oh yeah, you don't have PS Plus, so possibly Caleb and I can play Fortnite, or him and I can play Fortnite, and I can mention to him that Dog Gamer's not allowed to play with me, not because he's a minor, but he's just overall not able to play with me. And I'll mention to Nav, do you want the driving age to be raised, or do you want to be lower in your country? That's what I'm gonna mention to him, because you know. And if he's like those ages, I'm gonna be like, you know, I agree with you. You don't want a preteen to actually drive. It's not about how tall you are. It's actually mentality. I did my research, you know, especially for self-drivable cars, unless they could allow kids. But if like you need that mentality still, then yeah, especially for like anonymous vehicles, you know, or autonomous vehicles, or you know what I mean, you know, or if you want to see more of me playing with all my subs, you know, like Eli on Fortnite. Nav, Emmanuel. Well, he's my homie, but like, you know, I feel like Nav and Eli are the only ones, because Dog Gamer, he's like he dipped me, but I feel like he's still my sub. He just can't watch my stream. He can't figure out a way. So potentially he'll make a comeback. Watch. He'll be like, hey, I'm able to play with you. I'll just have to be low key about it. Oh, did AZ hung up? Or did like my homie Angel call me? Bruh, I'm pretty sure I do. We just have to play together, but not like at the moment. Possibly like later or something. Hey bro, we should for real play rank, bro. We gotta play plenty of tournaments. Because bro, I'd be gambling for money, bro, to be rich. But generous, like out of generosity and shit. Because we know greedy motherfuckers. I was texting Craig was in the group chat. It's called Big Holy Fam. Pretty cool group chat. It's peaceful. I do not want it to ever be gone. And Farhan almost ended it. And I'm like, bro, Farhan, do not end that group chat, bro. Like, it's meant to remain. But he's not even in there anymore, so. But I'm saying if he is in there. And I'll mention to Farhan, if you're mad or whatever, do not be like, oh, I have the power to do that. I get it, but to have the power to do that, no, you do not have the power to do that. You have the power to ensure that people are behaving within that group chat. And Craig wants that group chat to be 18 plus, and I understand because he wants adults in there. But I'm like, why do you have some minors in that group chat, bro? You have like teenagers smoking and shit. I would never allow my kids to smoke weed until they're 21. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Whether they're 18 or 21, whenever they manage the weed consumption, don't allow your kids or teenagers to smoke weed. It is fucked up. It's gonna fuck their mind up. They're not gonna function in school. They're just gonna get high or go to the bathroom because they want to get high. It's just fucked up, you know. If that was my kid, I would have to not ground them. I would never ground my kids. I mean, it's fucked up to even ground your children. I feel like even I know for a fact. There's no research for that. I did my research, and yeah, grounding is fucked up. Taking their shit away is gonna actually affect their mentality and their mental health. It's gonna lead them to committing suicide. So don't do that. Don't ground your kid. You can say it as a joke. I mean, even my dad's like, "You're grounded," but he never like say, "Okay, give me your phone now, Dad." Unless you let yourself do that. No, just say, all right, I'll do what you say. But they can't manipulate you. I feel like there should be a law where parents cannot tell you what to do. I had to argue with Tyler Whiteside, and he's like, "There's no difference," and I'm like, bro, I almost yelled at him, bro. Yes, there is a difference. Even though I'm my own guardian and I live under my parents' roof, they still can't tell me what to do because I'm a legal adult, and I feel like if you're legally an adult, they can't tell an adult what to do. I feel like this guy needs to realize, and he starts yelling at me, bro. He's about to be 25. That's like the peak of full mental maturity. Like, I have full mental maturity, but my brain physically is not fully developed until 25. But overall, I have full mental maturity. Like, you know, like I'm just so pissed sometimes. Like when people disobey God Almighty Jesus Christ's order, or should I say disobey me, through God Almighty Jesus Christ, because it's pretty much God Almighty Jesus Christ's order, and I'm going according to God Almighty Jesus Christ. Never Satan, but through God Almighty Jesus Christ, like, you know. But yeah, if it was my kids, I would never ground them. I would like say, you can't be smoking weed. But the thing is, don't make them smoke weed in the first place. Wait until they're legally an adult or 21 because of the law. Because even if you do privately, just don't. I mean, I drank beer at 16, but I'm not going to allow my kids to drink beer at 16 or alcohol. No, I didn't drink beer at 16. I drank beer at 18, but I had alcohol, like actual alcohol. I mean, beer is alcohol, but I mean like more percentage, like in a huge bottle at like 16. But hey, I'm 21, so it's all good. I'm just saying I would allow my kids at either 18 or 21. Or wait until they're 21. But at the same time, just give them a bit of like shots, like pour it a little bit. Like, you know. But if you want to witness me playing Fortnite solo, but typically with AZ or whoever, or with myself or whatever. But yeah, just be sure to leave a comment down below. Otherwise, I'm gonna end right. Taking these chat. Oh yeah, as I specifically mentioned about the Karshana family and just certain family YouTubers or whoever as a family YouTuber needs to have long form videos, or just anybody, like, you know. And as I specifically mentioned about my homie Tyler Whiteside and Dakota, because you heard Dakota like overall. But Dakota and I are chill, like, you know. But yeah, as I specifically mentioned about them, like within my recent live stream chat, for the Karshana family. But yeah, no. As I specifically mentioned about them, like, you know, like within this current live stream chat, and continue chatting about it whenever, like, you know. But yeah, like within this current live stream chat, like within this current live stream chat, like, within this current live stream chat, like within this current live stream chat, and what I could possibly mention about all that shit, again as well, within my future live streams, obviously chat, like, you know. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna enjoy taking these chat. God bless you. Also, God Almighty Jesus Christ. Just know, I'm possibly gonna stream The Walking Dead season 1, or I'm possibly not gonna stream The Walking Dead season 1. So we'll see. I'm possibly not gonna. So I'm gonna enjoy taking these chat. Roleplay would be tomorrow.